Hey, how you been? Hmm. Hey, I'm kidding. I've been pretty good. Pretty alright, you know? Just got done with Halloween as well. And, I had a blast. It was pretty good. Yay. um, today I'm gonna try something a little bit different, I guess. Um, yeah. First of all, you can already see that behind me there's the Aurora Borealis. At this time of night, at this time of year, in this part of the sea or country, localized entirely behind me. Yes, it's right behind me, as well as a full moon. You know what that means. It's not a question, and you know what it means. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Fox time. And for any of the werewolves, that means they're wolves now. Yay. And you might occasionally see a few shooting stars. So yeah, they probably make some wishes too. Mm, I made for sure of that. But I'm gonna try something different today, and I'm going to basically yeah, switch between soft spoken and whisper. Cause I do gotta get my whispering. I gotta improve my whispering. And I don't know. I feel like I improved a little bit since the last time I made a whispering video, but that was a while ago. Yeah, that was when I also made a EBA. Bit of a like haircut, like hair care thing. It was pretty nice. Yeah. But yeah. You know, it'd be cool if I just went like this and a shooting star just appear right there. That would have been so cool. Yeah, that happened earlier, like before I started recording. I just like I was just like rehearsing. It's like here, you might see a few shooting stars, and a shooting star just appeared right there at the perfect time. I was like, man, I wish I would have got that on camera. But hey, it's right. Yeah, there's a few fireflies as well. You just saw one right there. Shooting star. Another one over there too. So yeah, you might see a few. It's pretty interesting because um, shooting stars aren't exactly stars. They're not. They're actually meteors that are going through the atmosphere and also getting burned up in the atmosphere as well. It's pretty interesting how that happens. Pretty interesting that our the Earth's atmosphere just has the ability to just disintegrate things and burn them up. And as a result, we do get some pretty cool meteor showers or shooting stars. Yeah. Yeah, I just look around and I'm like, wow. I know this is virtual reality, but I don't know, those little things like that just make me smile. It makes me happy. And it's good to have little things count, It's it's good to be happy with the little things in life. And yeah, um, that's basically how I live. Little details are pretty cool. I love when people add little details to things, even if they're like minor, really minor. Like, I know I watched a video of basically a place called like it's a Studio Ghibli theme park, and they only have like 3 rides, but all the houses and stuff over there are super interactive. Like, so many little details, all wrapped into one. It's impressive. Like, there are some houses that were like recreations of the things you would see in the movies, and you can actually go inside these houses and places, and you can interact with anything there. Like, they even have running water. Like, it's not it's not like a movie set or some sort of theming set. It's not just a theme set. It's they actually thought of everything. Like, it's a real house. Like, if it was a real person living there, like, you can really open drawers and literally you can literally pick objects from the drawers and look at them and put them back. And just, wow. And also, this place is in Japan, so that's why they were able to do this. So that's pretty cool. It'll be cool if we had something like that with where I live. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hmm. So, I know that Christmas is pretty close. And, it's funny that, um, like, as literally, like, 2 days after Halloween, uh, you just go to a store and then all of a sudden there's just immediately just all Christmas decorations already put up, Christmas music, and all the Christmas supplies right there. Like Walmart, for example, or even like, excuse me, even yesterday when I went to the mall with my mom, we went to Ulta, like the beauty store, and already there's already Christmas decorations up. It's quite funny, to be honest. But yeah, same time though, when we went to there, we went, um, we went out of Ulta and we went to walk a little bit. We found a Barnes and Noble store, like the bookstore, and we went in and basically explored the place, and you know, we're looking at all the books that they have in there. And um, I was able to find a little book called Algorithms. I thought that was pretty interesting. So I bought it, and I have it, and yay! This oh, that would be pretty cool to help like build like this 8-bit computer I'm working on right now. If you didn't know, I'm actually working on a little 8-bit computer. Like like actually. Um I actually repurposed an old VCR case, which don't worry. Um many years ago when I was still super young and didn't know what I was doing, I just took an old VCR that wasn't working anymore. Um I took it apart and damaged a few things as I was doing it. And yeah, I just I still have like the main board for that is downstairs in the garage. And I was just left with this little metal like casing, like the outer shell and everything for the VCR, which is actually one side for VHS and the other side for DVD. And also, don't worry, I have I decided to buy my own um a newer and working VCR with a DVD combo. So that's pretty cool. Which that actually does have to be repaired. I was actually going to make a VR VHS video. Like I was going to record a video in VR and put it on DVD, put it in my PS2, connect the PS2 to my VCR, put a tape in, and record it onto tape, and then connect the video output to my computer and record it and upload it. But the VCRs, I gotta fix it. Something's up with it. Like when I put the tape in, it takes it and then it turns off. I don't know why. And it's a pretty common thing, but anyway, back to the little 8-bit computer thing. I thought I had this old VCR case that just has been sitting there, and recently I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna reuse that for an 8-bit computer. So I just took it and just I was assessing the whole thing, examining what I could put, what like the measuring the how big things are to see what I can put in there. And yeah, ended up getting some blue spray paint over at Lowe's and um, took the outer shell, the main like the outer like top cover, whatever you want to call that, and I spray painted that blue because I wanted to make I want to make it a you see like similar to like an MSI 8080. If you don't know what that is, it's a computer from the 70s, basically a clone of the Altair 8800 microcomputer. It is pretty cool. It has like an blue outer shell, and it's 8-bit. That's pretty cool. It's also featured in the movie War Games too, by the way. Pretty cool fact. So yeah, I painted the outer shell blue, and I also, cause the back also took the back panel, assessed it, and I decided I'm not gonna use it because um it's made of metal. And the problem is I don't really have the tools to cut metal. So yeah, I can't really use it because there's only a few like circular ports or circular holes just for the for all the AV video and all that stuff. And I can't really use those very much unless I make my own like proprietary little connectors, but at that point it's just so I just did some measurements and for the back panel, and I went ahead and yeah, put that in Blender, which, by the way, isn't exactly the best way to do it because you have to turn this thing into a DXF file to send it over to this thing called Send. It's they're a company that they cut like metal with lasers and stuff, which is pretty cool. They're not sponsored, by the way, but yeah. So I took this file, or no, I took the measurements and I put them in Blender because that's like what I like to use all the time for 3D printing and all that stuff. And did all that, put all the holes and everything, and then I just took the 3D model of it and send it to FreeCAD, which is how you're supposed to which is how you're supposed to make the DXF files to make a CNC machine or a laser cutter, like do whatever you need to do to cut metal or whatever material. So yeah, I spent like 3 days trying to figure out how to turn this 3D object into something that a CNC machine can understand. And that was a bit of a trouble, so... And then I eventually figured out that I could just take a little... I can just take this one side of the 3D object I made of this back panel and just turn it to 2D. Well, it's a good step. It's a step in the right direction, I should say. And unfortunately, I would try to take this 2D thing and export it. It exports pretty fine, and then I would just take this file, drag it to the Senkasen thing, or yeah, you know, and in the preview I just saw these little extra vertices from all the extra edges and lines from the 3D object, because you know it uses meshes and polygons and triangles and all that stuff. And that wouldn't work because, simply put, you can't exactly like you can't cut what's been cut. If that doesn't make any sense, yeah. What do you think a computer thinks of that, right? They'll be like, oh, cut this piece of metal like this. And it'll just cut a whole ton of triangles. And then it'll give you nothing. But now you have a whole ton of triangles in the shape of basically a giant unconventional metal puzzle. And that's not what I'm trying to do. So I eventually figured out that I could just put a layer over the in FreeCAD I could just put a layer over the top of the thing and the 2D object, and just I can just make my own little lines, basically, of all the holes and all the shapes of it, of all these things, and I can snap it basically on all the onto all the vertices of all of the panel. So I did that, and finally I could just take what this new thing that I made out of this like mesh, from the mesh to the 2D thing, and I exported it. I put it on the site, and it worked. And I got that made, and now it's installed on the back of the thing, and it fits almost perfectly. There were a few minor things I had to adjust in order to get it to work, but it fits. It looks good too. So that's awesome. I love it. Yay. So yeah. I know I didn't whisper a whole ton in here, but yeah, I often do get a little bit sidetracked a lot. So yeah. Um, if you want, you can let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do more whispering ASMR, because I would love to do that. I know I do often make a lot of these soft spoken, and from what I remember, I only made one where I whisper, and another one where I didn't talk at all. That was actually my first one with meow skulls. Also, let me know if I should make another meow skulls ASMR video. Yeah. Um, I gotta go get some rest. So yeah. Have a good night.